Welcome to Special Report. I'm David Denault. Was the Stargate TV series far ahead of its time? And maybe our government has been experimenting in secret at Area 51 for years, and the TV show is preparing us for the future. Next, as America and the world is listening to Special Report on About Space Today. Thanks for joining me today. About Space Today has heard from its listeners, who seem equally divided on our coverage of the UFO and alien information being released by our government. So, our producers went searching for something that's not been reported on, and down another rabbit hole we went. But the story seems to have been suppressed. Stay tuned. This is not science fiction. The story is true and verified. The idea of stargates or wormholes have been explored even by Einstein and Tesla. And many scientists today hold a belief in stargates through which beings can travel to Earth from distant points in the universe and even other dimensions. You might remember our special report on Area 51, which is the common name for a highly classified United States Air Force facility within the Nevada Test and Training Range. The facility is officially called Groom Lake. The Air Force and CIA acquired the site in 1955, primarily for testing the Lockheed U-2 spy plane. In our Area 51 report, counterintelligence officer Richard Doty shared what he described as an alien craft, and now Richard Doty has come forward and says, during a History Channel report, says he witnessed an experiment in an attempt to open a Stargate.
I was some distance away in a control center watching the experiment. I was just an observer. I'm not a scientist. And when they generated this beam through this magnetic field, what I saw was a wavy orb appearing. The orb was moving a little bit. The background was real wavy, almost as if you were looking at a hot sidewalk during the summertime. And it became larger and larger and larger and larger. And behind it, there was a flashing light. And when I asked a scientist who was standing right next to me, what did we just see? He said, we just opened a fabric of space.
Doty claims that the team used argon gas to keep the portal open. It worked for only a few seconds, but it was enough time for researchers to observe what was on the other side.
The scientists believe that you open a fabric of space, you're in a different dimension. That's an entirely different dimension and possibly an alternate universe. That's the way they explained it to me.
After this initial experiment, Doty was informed that the research team successfully replicated the results.
After the first test, all the scientists were fascinated and thrilled, and they wanted to do more and more and more. And in a period of about 6 weeks, they did 5 different tests, similar to the first test, opening the portal. Now, they wanted to use more energy. They had a high-energy laser. They wanted to try a chemical laser, which is a little bit different than an energy laser. They actually built a brand new power plant, and all of that electricity was being used for this particular project. They tried to get as much energy as they could to be directed at that one point to see how much of it they could open up.
According to Doty, this is only one of many experiments the U.S. government has conducted to try to create portals. He believes these programs began over 50 years ago and might continue today.
Ever since the Central Intelligence Agency, Office of Scientific Intelligence, realized that there were theories about wormholes, they engaged in a number of operations over the years to try to prove wormholes were possible. And there were a number of operations. The one I worked on was Project Jackknife. The project, it started before my time, probably started in the early 70s. And I only was in it up until about 1990. After that, somebody else took over. But those programs continued on and on and on. And I can guarantee you, even today, that there's some type of experiment going on.
Could it be that for the past 50 years, scientists working for the United States government have secretly been attempting to create a real traversable Stargate? And if so, is it possible that they have succeeded?
And Nick Pope, a former defense ministry official in England, says this could be a terrifying discovery.
This isn't just science fiction. This isn't just technology that would be fun or nice to have. Sad to say, of course, a lot of this probably would be weaponized. I mean, imagine not having to launch a nuclear missile, which can be detected, tracked, intercepted, and then the opposition press the button and it's Armageddon. If you could just send your atomic weapons through a portal and instantly destroy the other nation's offensive capabilities. This is war-winning technology, and that explains the secrecy.
This isn't science fiction, says Pope. I think we really do have the technology to explore Stargates, and perhaps we may have even used them to make a connection. But to where? And thanks to the History Channel's information. Now check out our Facebook page at aboutspace.today for launches, landings, and special reports. And if you like our reports, click like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thanks for taking time from your home or from where you work to listen today. I'm David Denault.